So if you want to take on this government, it should not come from numbers, particularly for a man who doesn't understand numbers. And to the people that sent him, first of all, they sent the wrong person. The man without credibility.
The president in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, in the midnight. Whether he is competent to preside over my nomination, my answer is very much yes. Anytime, any day, I will refer him to any other person. I have confidence in him. I've had confidence in him in the past. I'll continue to have confidence in him for as long as I live. Your assertion, with your respect, sir, is completely fallacious. At no time, for did I ever question his competence. He's more than competent, has always been competent. I would prefer not to respond to your but if you have specific references, I will respond to them. May I say where I spoke about competence?
You have some questions before you finished.
My speaker, you are competent, very competent, and you will always be competent. The idea of accusing himself does not arise at all, as far as I'm concerned. As for optometry, like the great Chinedu Orji I started life as a medical practitioner in the making. I was the science and laboratory prefect of the High School, represented the whole of Abia Zone in the Imo State science competitions, went into Abia State University. One of your colleagues that was here before, Wabeke, was my classmate, colleague at Abia State University in optometry. Indeed, Ukoha was a graduate assistant lecturer that taught me in 1988. But I'm not denying. I changed my mind, which is within my right. That's what you call middle age crisis. I changed my mind and decided to do another program.
You like to compare and change your mind for the
Never, we've never been intoxicated, has never been intoxicated. Yes, and I want anybody to show any evidence to the contrary. So I changed my mind voluntarily because I discovered that my persuasion, my skills, my orientation was tending more towards what I'm doing now. So,
secondly, sir,
sir?
How do sir?
Sorry, can you hear me now? I'm very sorry, sir. I said it was a voluntary decision I took. Not forced by anything. Never ever intoxicated. And Abia State University is don't throw from here. All the authorities have trust in this state. But I did very well as a student of college. Up to my 50 years, becoming shocked that I left those. That's one of those things that I know that surprised me. I had to go back and take and start, and today, by the special grace of God, I'm a lawyer. The next question, sir, is whether right honorable sir, Chinedu Orji, say I've been a serious servant. The Lord will give us. I've been a serious servant of the Abia State government.
You've been what?
He said I've been a serious servant.
I said serious personal opinion.
Yes, sir.
You are a servant of the state.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for helping me out. I'm a servant of the state. Yes, sir. I'm continue to be.
Sorry, sir. What of correction? What I said, Syria, not serious.
Oh,
Syria.
Syria.
That is correct.
Yes, but I didn't have it well. I don't speak out. I find it difficult to express myself. It's not mask. I'm almost.
Then you can bring it down in case you don't have coronavirus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm always frustrated. Yes, I've served the state severally, right from the time I was in my early years. And like you asked, how will I bring my wealth of experience to bear on the development of knowledge local government? You can correct that, right on. Development is about experience, it's about creativity. Between 2010 and 2015, I was privileged to serve the state, but under the close scrutiny of the man that God has blessed today, the Speaker. And he will always tell me, Chikamnayo, be proactive. Be proactive, that's his word. Chikamnayo, be proactive. I will be proactive in knowledge. I will do everything I can to bring my creativity to bear, to bring my experience to bear, to bring my interpersonal relationships to bear, to bring my contacts to bear, and then to see how best I can galvanize our people towards taking ownership of their own development. Thank you, sir.
There's an auxiliary question. There's an auxiliary question.
I'm going to that. The big part of your question is, have you ever been found wanting in any way? Imagine, and my answer is capital no. People are trying to. When you are paying all the time in the field, people try to target your neck. They try, but not everything is scary. Whether your question is whether I've been targeted, yes. Have I been found guilty? No. Not at all. Not in any court, not in any tribunal. God has helped me to escape and continue to serve. Thank you, sir.
Member representing Sierra North. You may have.
Thank you, Honorable Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I will beg that when I ask my question, the answers so that I can flow. If I have some questions, I will answer.
But the moment if you answer, never ask, you can answer, yeah.
Okay. First of all, my transition committee chairmanship nominee. I observed in the CV you gave us there is no N150 discharge certificate or N150 exemption certificates. Can you explain that?
Yes, I finished from the law school and went straight to do my LLM at Institute. I've done the coursework, I've done the things, but I'm doing my project as we speak. At the end of my project, I will receive exception. But I applied 2017. I applied for exemption. The school were considering the applications in batches. I was not fortunate to be in the first batch. Then I applied again around October last year. They said my batch was considered the coronavirus came on board. I've not been able to get it. I'm sure by now I would have processed it. The challenge we had in ABS is that these things, when you apply, they will tell you to wait for a particular card. They have lots of applications.
It's okay. Will you be happy to serve under this government? I mean, the government led by Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu.
As an American, I will always have to serve my state.
Did you at any time write an open letter to the governor of Abia State? An open letter that was circulated both in the electronic media and print media.
I've written so many letters. I like writing letters, but I won't know the particular one.
Okay, let me refer to the one I have, where you said that Okezie Ikpeazu gave a government land to his wife, because Eze Chikamnayo, to build a private outfit for her private use. You also said in that same letter that contracts awarded by the governor, that they are all overloaded in figures, and that is the reason why the Commissioner for Information do not brief the people after ESCO meetings that the decay in Abia State is nothing to write home about. We also said that you know that after writing this your letter, that the governor will send his idol emissaries, that there is a language we use, idol emissaries, to take upon you and malign your character, that you are ready, that the one that paid me is that you said that if he does that, that you are going to take him up, that you are going to take him up on his morality, on wives and women, and that the day you let it out, that there will be that trouble will befall his domestic peace. I don't know the conscience we have, because I know that you wrote these letters. And you also want to tell us that a man that you have so lampooned and lambasted in this manner, a man that is leading a government that you have embarrassed so much to the extent that you write it openly that you will still want to serve under his government. Mr. Speaker, this is my worry. It can go on and explain to us. I also have other questions. I will allow our colleagues to continue. Thank you. You may ask me a question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Honorable, for that observation. Honestly speaking, I've looked at some of the things he said. To the best of my knowledge, I can't remember specific words I used in those times. I'm not very sure. Honestly, I'm not very sure, but I don't have the script. Do you have the script on that?
I have it. I have it electronically.
I can show you. So if you don't have it, well, Mr. Speaker, you know, when somebody is writing, sometimes there are a lot of allegations that are made.
There are a lot of what?
When I want to write to Mr. Speaker,
No. You mentioned it. There are a lot of what?
I said, when somebody writes a letter,
A lot of allegations.
that he is bound to make allegations. And the allegations remain allegations until they are allegations remain allegations until they are proved. So to allege is part of the writing. But along the line, if you're confronted with superior facts, it's part of them.
What you are trying to tell this honorable house is that you cannot remember the content of the particular letter that the member representing Isiala just read out to you. Wherein you allege, if I may use the word, a lot of things. Character of the governor, your wife, which I find very, very also on the character of the governor. Are you telling us here now that you cannot remember writing such a letter?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What I do, this job that I do, has what we call occupational hazard. Occupational hazard, that's the word. I hope you
tell us yes or no. You write it or you not write it?
Say it's operational hazard.
Mr. Speaker, you asked me to address Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I was telling the House that this job we do, we are the first line of attack, we are the first line of defense. And that's the kind of job we do sometimes has its occupational hazard. And part of it is that when you write so many letters, sometimes you forget what they are doing in some of them. But that if I had written any allegation, and by the time I go home in my sober moment and look at it, I'm confronted with the real facts. Definitely I will draw those allegations and apologize to individuals involved. There was this time Rochas and Rochas said something about my state. And when we relieved some non-Abians of their jobs, I told the woman that it was buying career at Makoti. And was a product of some people in the north, based on what I have from now. When I came back, I discovered that it's from somewhere in the state that project. That's
So, since you wrote a letter to the governor who ironically nominated you, accusing him of allocating government land, whatever, morality and all the rest, have you, in your quiet moment, gone back to write him another letter to tell him that those allegations were false?
I told him that he has many sons, the governor of Boston and of Devils. That's what I told him. That even if I was a prodigal son, I was first of all a son if I became prodigal. That's what I told him. And his good judgment as a statesman, he should accept me as a son.
Okay, you accused and alleged something publicly. Then you went behind closed doors to apologize. What happened to all the people out there that you must have misled and misinformed?
The government did not ask me to refer to those letters. Several discussions with him. Owing to the elasticity of his mind as a governor of all of us, he never made references. But if and when he does, I'll look at the specific lines, and anywhere I find myself wanting, I will apologize to him.
Representing the deputy leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is nominee. I read the article recently. I was worried to the last paragraph of the sentence.
Which article?
Now, the article he wrote recently, whereby he was telling that the Speaker of the House of Assembly must resign. Must resign. Remember this Bishop General University. This Abians was a very wise woman. So when we did that word, I was troubled in my mind. And I discussed it with some colleagues. This is a very good opportunity for me to meet you all over. That's why I met at the center of the country. It was not a good opportunity to ask service. To ask you, what do you mean when you said that the Speaker of the House of Assembly must resign? Are you talking about his colleagues picking you? Or are you saying that he must tender the letter of resignation? That's one area I was confused. So I would like you, for this opportunity is now presented this for you to enlighten me on that use of the word that the speaker that's assembly must resign. I want to know the process, I want to know the method. We want to spread the speaker resigning. As I said before, today, that is very preachy. Or by me, everything without consideration. What do you actually refer to create a strong statement? Thank you.
Can I go next?
Yes, you don't have a question?
Thank you, Madam.
Hold on. You have a question? Submission. I don't know what you mean by submission. But you might go ahead and submit it. If I don't like it, I dismiss it. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, let me be very proud of and achieve well. I represent the people of Eastern and Southern constituencies. Mr. Speaker, I cannot present the DC chairman nominee because it does not in any way come from my constituency. And I know that its member is not appointed in that sense. I just want to refer to certain instances and what leaders suffer are been a victim on several occasions. Let me start with David in the Bible. David was walking along the road. The insults were raining on him. They started raining insults on him. And his based on the fact that the performance, by the time he finished and said, if I don't like it, I will dismiss it. So we did that was that from an victim to say what about it.
and when Mr. Speaker, I still have your permission and I give you permission. Mr. Speaker, I still have your permission.
Hold on, please. Right. What is your observation?
Mr. Speaker, in law, you submit, make your submission when an issue is being handled. There is a person at the floor of this honorable house. He has made his first, he has had his own time and asked questions. And there are several honorable members who want to ask questions. It will be wrong, Mr. Speaker, to allow him to begin to make submission, talking to members again on the same matter, when other members have never had even the first right of expressing their questions or right. I will suggest, in my observation, that he gives his suggestion or submission. Let all the members have the first right of making a point which he has had. When all the members have received their right of audience, he can then submit. Thank you.
I believe that his submission is in the form of a question. If it is in the form of a question, you go ahead.
I was making an allusion to what really happened. And eventually, the servants tended to violently anger those people. And what he said was that they should leave them. That is what I was seated here, our common friend, on a weekly trip and at home. Did so many things against me. The moment I ascended onto that particular seat as the presiding officer, petitions were written against me, calling for my resignation. There was nothing I did not see. Members rallied around me, and eventually, that was the situation I started. He was only appointed by the governor or nominated by the governor as a commissioner for him to appear before. People were expecting me.
Mr. Speaker, point of order. member representing with very due respect. Allow me to speak.
Mr. Speaker, I think ordinarily, I take it that you can listen to my sense and listen to my nonsense. It is incumbent on you to now say this is nonsense and this is sense. The most important thing, let me be allowed to be able to air my view.
Well, Right Honorable, I expected you to follow up with the question. If at the end...
Yes, I'll still follow up with the question.
No, you are doing a submission. I expected you to answer that. It's a line of argument you are taking. After.
I am laying a foundation, Mr. Speaker.
And at the end of the day, yes,
I will not make my question known and to the Honorable
No, you have to make the question now.
No, the question.
You will do the submission later.
The question, sir. There are so many external factors here. And these documents are not before us. For instance, the one presented by the member representing Eastern North State Constituency. And the man denied there was something like that. Assume you may not consider that such a thing happened. I think we should be looking at it. For us to make an impact. Because if you are cross-examining somebody based on a document, you have to show him that particular document. Because he is who asserts whatever people. I am not making a case for him. The question I am asking is this. Will it be right? Will it be right for documents that are not before us, for we to begin to dabble into external factors? And that is why I'm laying all these foundations for purposes of this particular place. To take
when you were sitting here as a speaker, and you claimed that I don't raise petitions against. Did you present those petitions to us?
I did.
You didn't present them. I think at the same section. You have never attended.
Have you been to executive?
You have never attended.
You know this presentation.
So you don't know what you're talking about. So you are not overruled. Go ahead. You are representing very long.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the issue at hand. My name is Honorable Ukoha. I speak for the good people of the North. The issue at hand is not whether the nominee standing before us wrote letter or letters. The issue is, it's a constitutional one. He needs to third majority support of this House to clear him. Anything short of that means he will not move forward. So no matter what we present, whether there are letters or there are no letters, it depends on what my constituents have told me about the man standing before us. It's not about voice vote. We can vote by raising our hands. For me, it's not about considering him, because my constituent sees him as a man of very unstable character. If he manages people today and you forgive him today, he manages people tomorrow, you forgive him, you are giving him the impetus to continue to manage people. We all come from families. For me, by the time you finish your submission...
Representing the time for submission, all I want is questions. He is here before us for clearance, and it is incumbent on us asking questions for the purposes of clearing. Time will come for everybody to consider what they want. The member representing Eze Chikamnayo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Naira. I represent the people of Eze Chikamnayo State Constituency. This evening, I have the privilege of teaching you constitutional law and criminal law. And it is a complicated issue. And we are taught Now, when there is a clash of interest between justice and our client, that we must submit to the interest of justice. My question is, I have this article written by you, titled Open Letter to Okezie Ikpeazu, Chinedu Orji, and Theodore Orji. It's classified as a matter of the public importance, and it was addressed, and I happen to be one. And so many serious allegations were raised, very grave. To another person, and to everything right-thinking person, this appointment may be seen as a compromise in order to shut your mouth to this allegation. And to those in the opposition parties, we also consider it as a compromise to shut your mouth because you are a vital witness in determining the truth or otherwise of this allegation. If I am in your shoe, I would have rejected the nomination in the first place. Because that's the proper thing to do. You must speak to the power. And we said that you like to give to the power. My take is this: were you nominated, or did you accept this nomination in order to compromise your position in these allegations, which all of us, all right-thinking Abians, are investigating and expecting you to provide us with this evidence to substantiate this matter? In this house, cleansing, will it not amount to us compromising you in speaking out the truth and in substantiating these allegations? Very grave and very substantial. For me, I had expected you to have rejected this nomination. Now answer my question. Was this appointment employed by the government of Abia State to shut your mouth in this regard? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, may I answer, sir, or not forget?
Sorry.
Mr. Speaker, sir, may I answer some stuff now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for always being considerate. The question that my highly esteemed honorable time has, truth is that the context of some of the things we have posted is missing. If you watch that write-up, the word if I have was
Which paragraph? Which paragraph is it? Because I'm reading the thing now. Which paragraph? You said this condition. If context. English language. Yeah, which paragraph? Sir. Now ask them not to follow you.
when I finish.
Yes, I want to understand the response. You said it's contextual and it was gotten you out of context. Now you're bringing it to context.
May I be allowed to finish?
Right.
I won't do that. Now, I'm not competent to interrogate another woman. So I have to just answer this question.
Right.
So, sir, the word if was repeatedly used. That's why I have pleaded with this house and the honorable speaker that since I don't have that document before me and I'm unable to read it in between the lines, I know my limitations. I'm about 50 years almost. It's not all the things that I can read line by line, but since I don't have them here. But I know that This job that I'm doing, for which I'm in trouble now, this particular job I'm doing, is what I've been doing for 20 years. And the people who step into this job don't expect me to go through this gymnastics. My job, simply put, is to attack real or imaginary enemies of my employers. Once I see any real or imaginary enemy in the right, I shoot. And in the same manner, I'm shot. They shoot me back. Go to Google my name is Eze Chikamnayo. You see the skies of the several shots I'm taking on behalf of my principals. My children are not happy about it. My family is not happy about it. Nobody is. But that's my job. That's why I say it's occupational hazard. Sometimes I shoot and I become the casualty while my bosses are left on the That's my job. And it's not a very good job, but it's my job. Now,
that's something. I believe that when you started shooting and wrote a letter to the governor of this state, you were not employed by the government, which means that you had employers that asked you to shoot. Yes. Who were those employers before the government brought you to become the special advisor?
Mr. Speaker, I always feel bad when those who employ me to shoot try to keep me away without benefits. If you employ me to shoot and I shoot, you should pick me there and pick me well. Not only employ me to shoot and I shoot, you drop me overboard. So that time I employed myself and I was shooting on my behalf. And on behalf of my children who were hungry, on behalf of myself, I was shooting because I felt bad that those who have many casualties of war are unable to keep me and take care of me.
So they asked you to shoot the governor.
I asked
You asked yourself to shoot the governor?
Yes, because I felt that the governor at the time I was shooting him should have, most of them came to my police when I sold my house to run for House of Assembly. And I had personal discussions with several people at high places and got assurances, and I lost money, I lost name, I lost everything. So I asked myself to shoot back at those who are actually to shoot others. Mr. Speaker, with all respect,
you're supposed to make some people make promises to you and you didn't work, you didn't go ahead shooting the people that said. I can mention Barrister Theodore Orji. They ran an election, they asked him to run, and he failed. He didn't shoot.
the worker was in the place for my classmate was really I've never been an attack. I've never been an attack.
Observation, Mr. Speaker.
Yes,
Mr. Speaker, with due respect, I'm minded to believe that this is a little bit, Mr. Nobili is taking us for a ride. This is a House of Assembly and not a talk show.
calm down. Mr. Nobili asked you that question before writing to the governor. You told me that you decided to shoot yourself.
I consulted myself.
You consulted yourself. Now, within the period that you now wrote a letter to the Right Honorable Speaker here, you were an employee of this same government. Who asked you to shoot?
Mr. Speaker, that letter I wrote it to Miss Phillips. Miss Phillips because you have been my coach. Mr. Speaker, you have been my coach.
Can you answer the question? Who asked you?
Yes, you have been the one asking me to shoot for 5 years, from 2010 to 2015. And when I found myself in the cemetery, and once a scenario that presented itself that was difficult for me to place, difficult for me to interpret, I shot on behalf of the cemetery.
On behalf of the Senate,
Yes.
which means that you were asked to shoot.
No, the day they asked me to shoot was the day they gave me the job. When you have a security man in your gate and you are sleeping, if an armed robber or any person moves, whether true or false, he shoots without asking a question. Nobody asked me to shoot, but I identified there is a problem and I shot.
That most of those allegations are false. Are you telling us or telling the world? Because no, journalists are looking at you, they are watching you. Are you telling us that most of those allegations are false? Just yes or no? I'll go to
Thank you, my mic is no longer working.
No bullet, thank you. No bullet.
Are you telling us that those allegations are false?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The allegations are not before me.
Okay, I will take care to read all those allegations.
Excuse me, sir. I will still answer you.
No, you said they are not.
Let me finish.
I want to present you.
I beg your indulgence.
Minister nominee, you have no right to moderate. I raise my system unless you want to feel competent.
You said you don't have those allegations. I want you to listen to your
And
allegations.
I want you to remember that you are addressing Mr. Speaker and the leader is addressing you.
You said open letter to Okezie Ikpeazu, Chinedu Orji and Theodore Orji. Sirs, it's time to do the needful. It's with great sense of history and responsibility that I write to you today on behalf of millions of sufferings but silent Abians. As usual, you may decide to instruct your idle emissaries after reading this missive to go to town and engineer another round of smear campaign. Unfortunately for you, sirs, I don't care. Your attempt to shame and silence me only serves to increase my resolve, unlike some others that fear this your worn-out tactics. I am so used to your predictable antics, I am not perturbed. But I must warn you that if you continue to assassinate my character, one day I may wake up to take you up on morality, wines, and women. And that day, a lot of trouble will befall you at the most space. From now, let's focus on issues of urgent public importance. Inflated contracts in Abia State. Sirs, as I write, contracts in Abia State are awarded in a very opaque manner. The lack of transparency is due to gross inflation of the figures. Before Okezie Ikpeazu, at least, the Commissioner for Information comes out to announce the contracts and their figures. Today, it's all shrouded in secrecy. This is because of bloated and homogeneous figures. Abians are dearly defrauded by this means. That's why my simple obligations obligations like regular payment of salaries and pensions of absolute workers and HMB workers, among those others, cannot be met. The other day, I published a picture of the only building Okezie Ikpeazu completed in 4 years at the state capital of Naira. The contract for the construction of 2-story building, the so-called Abia investment, was reviewed severally until amounted to nearly R1 billion. Is that true? These are the allegations. I want you to answer one after the other to say whether it is true. If you say what is true, I will leave you with that, and I will ask you what other question I will stop.
So that you can answer.
Mr. Speaker, I will need that you protect me. Because I feel very vulnerable right now. The truth, Mr. Speaker, why I'm asking to protect me is that some of these, the context of some of these write-ups are not being properly presented. I was the context, yes, are not being properly presented. And you know, this is an honorable house that all of us in Abia State must respect. I've respected this house, I will continue to respect this house until I die. And I won't want to be left vulnerable in the hand of my leader, because it's not only leading the good people, it's leading everybody in the state. Let him protect me. My leader, sir. If you're my friend, this time of show, what I'm the context of that allegation. You are a lawyer. The other day I witnessed my lord, my leader, sir. Because I don't want to ever do anything that will present me as disrespectful. My leader, sir, you just finish your master's in law. Allegations remain allegations. And when I'm confronted with allegations, I may want to have to look for proof and facts. Okay. Are you expecting me to come to this house for screening with that facts and proofs and all those things?
So which means you are not showing the medical allegations.
These allegations may have been communicated to me, and I
see. So you don't verify it. Yes or no? I will believe you.
Did you verify these things before publishing?
I have verified them. I did not verify them yet. I am verified them.
You
amplified. I amplified those allegations because at that particular time I was completely on the other side.
Which means those allegations are not.
Yes, sir.
Since that time till now, believe me, I have not gone in to call those who brought allegations to tell me that.
Which means they are not yes or no.
You have to reserve the fullest.
Yes or no. I think yes or no.
You have to reserve.
That's what I'm saying. We are doing a very serious business. And here, you answer specifically. You're not at liberty. We are not joking here. Or else we will compare you to answer the question. He's asking you, these allegations that you have made, did you verify them to be correct? I'm not sure you have answered that one.
Yeah, no.
Good. Yes. If the allegations are correct, why do you now want to serve in a government that inflates contracts? So that is why that's
so that is not even my question.
That is my own follow-up question. Can you answer the question? Let's move on.
Thank you, my leader. I amplified those allegations at that moment. I did not investigate them. I did not know. I did not attest. I cannot attest to their veracity or otherwise. But because of the fact that at that time I was completely hot and impressed, whatever allegation, even now, if you quarrel, if any allegation come against you, I will amplify it.
So which means those allegations were false? That is the conversation. So I want to ask this. I want to ask you finally. I want to ask you finally.
Yes.
Now that you have, I admitted that these allegations are false, and now you are going to go into the local government system.
Sorry, sir. You are putting to me what I have not said, sir. Sorry, sir, please. We are letting
now that you have admitted that you amplified some some of those allegations that you have not investigated them. Are you trying to tell us now that such a character of somebody who amplifies what may not be the truth without verification should occupy such a sensitive position like this chairman who handles finances of the local government?
The chief security officer.
The chief security officer of that local government. So does it depict such a character? Thank you. That's my question.
Thank you, my leader. I want to thank you very much for assisting me so much. My leader, I want you to understand that characters depend on context. Truth is that the scenario we were taught, that was one of us lawyers were taught about scenarios. The scenario in the local government is quite different from the scenario I found myself at the time I was made. Those allegations were brought to my knowledge and I verified them. The contexts were different. And I can assure you that I will not transpose the scenarios. There are two different contexts, two different scenarios, two different responsibilities. And I want you to sympathize with me. If you don't do that, you are not different to me, and I'm an Abian. You are speaking on my behalf, and you are leading me. This job that I do, for which I'm being brought to this court, is a job that must be done. Our brief is simple: to accentuate the negatives and eliminate the negative where necessary, and to eliminate the negative and accentuate the positive where necessary, depending on where we find ourselves. We are media image managers, and we have done it several over the years. And if you brought it tomorrow as a governor, and I find you inadvertently right or wrong to me, at least I will go on your defense without thinking twice. And we have done this over and over again, both for and against. And the truth is this: let it be known in this House of Assembly of Abia State that Eze Chikamnayo said that I will never disrespect this house. Neither will I ever disrespect the Speaker of this house. This house is our hallowed chamber. This house is what represents all of us. And this house must be seen to be what protects all of us. Whether we are saying
that argument does not
You not even answer my question.
You have not
the question I answered with my
I don't want you to make this reading to be a personal. This reading is about your person, your character, and your ability to do the work. If it were to be the personal thing between me and you will not be standing there. I will not even give you the opportunity to stand there. So just answer this question and let's move on. Other people have questions to answer, to ask. Your answer, okay, good. Intimidate people into giving you what you want. Like I work with former governors, you work with present governor, you're not going to work with me, but I know him very well. What we are trying to say here is that you cannot say that you want to work for a governor that you have written a letter to, and you didn't have a courtesy of writing publicly, even offering a simple apology that after considering what you have written, that some of the content of the letter previously written or the allegations are false. You did not do that. Because of the man's heart, he brought you in because of some other legitimate complaint that you claim that you have. And from there, you started with your normal character of always trying to align individuals and people based on those that you work with. If somebody had told you, let me say a month ago or so, that you'll be before this person and the honorable members, you wouldn't have believed it. Somebody tells you that the person that you're aligning will now be sitting here presiding over what is happening to you and asking you for election. Maybe you will not believe it. That is the irony of life. At this juncture, we will ask you to exit the chamber and it is the nomination made by the governor, and it is the governor that will say the nomination. Thank you and have a good day. I said that I'm in my meeting at the chamber. Those people that Barrister Eze Chikamnayo in the Transition Committee Chairman declared for that position to indicate by raising their hand. No vote. Distinguished colleagues, that Barrister Eze Chikamnayo, having failed to secure any vote in the House of Assembly, that this nomination did not fail to this procedure. We thereby refer his name back to the governor of the state for further necessary actions as he thinks fit. Thank you.